Good morning everyone, and welcome back to the Division and the Two-Headed Wolf gaming channel. As we're continuing our journey through this campaign, and I was taking a look at the quests that we have available, and I was saying that I would probably do this quest on my own, but I feel like this is part of the story that you might be interested in, so let's go ahead and...
Data scanned. Downloading files.
I need to ask a favor. Personal. Alexis Kwan. She's important to me, and, well, I need to know she's okay. We haven't spoken in a while, and I don't have an address, but she used to attend a support group religiously. If you could start there, maybe somebody there knows something. I've uploaded the address.
Okay, well, let's head there.
Warning. Now leaving the safe area.
So we're saving, and if I remember this correctly, we're saving her wife, her ex-wife. She spoke about it in the beginning. What do we have here?
Did you hear about Reggie?
What about him?
He got arrested again. He's back in Rikers for the third time.
You're kidding. What'd he do?
So that's the best part. He was out on parole, right? And for some stupid reason, decides to pick up work not 2 days after getting out. Picks up a gun and a package and moves to deliver in a restaurant downtown.
All right.
But he's had too much orange juice or something, so he desperately has to take a piss. So he walks into the restroom, and what does he see?
What?
3 police officers standing and turning right as he enters the room.
Did he walk back out?
No, not Reggie. He steps right in, up to the urinal, and zips up. Cops still watching. Then, without missing a beat, the gun and the package fall out right into the urinal.
And the cops see everything?
The cops see everything, and Reggie's cuffed faster than he can finish.
Wow. Classic Reggie. Wow.
Idiot. Anyway. Let's see.
Let's see if he's a runner.
We have to go through here. Find her, maybe.
Active echo beacon detected.
Turn out any better this week?
Honey, it's only getting worse. I just heard Bill and Sandra is sick, and no one's seen or heard from Alexis in weeks.
Seems like it's a support group.
I can't anymore. It's too much. All you can do is try. We're survivors.
What's happening out there?
I'm not sure where to place this in the timeline.
I stopped by her apartment on the way here, but she didn't answer.
Might be sick. Half my office is out with something.
I know, but she didn't show up last week either.
I see, so this is basically...
Hey Alexis, it's Daya. Just wanted to see if you're planning to come tonight. Even if you're not having a great week, that's what we're here for. So come on over if you can, and give me a call even if you can't. Just so we know you're okay. Okay? Take care.
Not very supportive of her.
Cut her some slack, Albert.
Okay, well, let's see. What is the next part of this quest? So this is early on, maybe... Yeah, early on in the epidemic. As it was starting to spread around and people were getting sick, but they didn't know exactly what was going on just yet. I think what I like about this character, this doctor and her wife, is that they're created in a very simple manner. Like, it's a very simple relation. No, there's nothing exaggerated about it. reach... I feel like nowadays, like, we're moving into one of those extremes where, like, I don't know, in other games, like, taking a look at their character, they always have, like, these over-the-top kind of lines or chatting or, like, even... And I know it's a different type of game, but when you're playing Mass Effect, it feels like all of the conversations are not fully natural. They're a bit over the top. It's like in a way that no discussion would really escalate, or you know. I like this kind of natural speak. Maybe that's why I like The Division a lot, because it seems like very natural.
Hey Alexis, it's Brenda again. Still haven't heard from you. It looks like this flu thing is getting kind of serious. My brother's family's leaving the city just to be on the safe side. Going to my parents' place in Passaic. I think I'm gonna go with them, and I know you're kind of on your own at the moment, but I just wanted you to know you're welcome to come with. Call me if you get this. I really want to know you're okay. Bye.
What do we have here? Is a... Maybe she went to the support group. So let's head out. I guess it's quicker to go to the ward and then go up north. And so I like this type of game. I feel like it's closer to reality, and it's just slightly changed to where
nothing could make me go back.
It feels somewhat relatable, right? Because it looks like real life, like everything is normal, the weapons are normal, there's nothing special, you are not using an exploding crossbow. Like that's on every, for example, in zombie games, that's one thing that I don't really get, like bows and arrows and exploding crossbows. Like, I don't know, I find those weapons unnatural. Maybe it's because in this part of the world where I'm living in, those type of things are not present. Like, you might get a bow from one of the, like if you're going for archery, you know, or you go like in our place there's an Aikido club that also has these classes on bow and arrow. But other than that, I don't like playing with those weapons in games. But as I said, that's just me. Let's see, we want to take a look at the dossier because we did find another book here. On the field data, survival guides, let's see, what is next? 16. Guidebook. Even though hundreds or thousands of other desperate people will be there, should you trust people you meet? April text in red pen, no, no, no. April text in blue pen, pointing to, should you trust people you meet? No, not after what I saw today. Hungry people shot down in the streets just for being hungry. This isn't, I mean, is this still America? Guidebook. By thinking these choices through carefully, you mitigate risk. You also mitigate risk through planning. A well-appointed go bag mitigates a number of risks, the risk of scavenging, the risk of dying from lack of first aid. As with prevention, mitigation starts with planning. April text in blue. Have to trust someone. Can't do this alone. Avoid. You can't avoid everything in Teotihuacan environment, but you can avoid some things. For example, if a dirty bomb goes off, you can avoid the radiation by going upwind to the explosion. In a hurricane, you can avoid flooding by going upstairs. In a long-term sense, you avoid potentially dangerous situation. You can avoid... let's scroll down here. You can avoid potentially dangerous situation by seeing them ahead of time, learning to recognize them for what they are and acting promptly. If there is a pandemic, don't wait for social distancing measures or quarantine. Avoid large groups of people. If there is a war or civil unrest, avoid it. These measures are intertwined to be sure, but if you keep them in mind, prevent, mitigate, avoid, you will train yourself to think in terms of self-reliance and survival. April text in red pen. Not JTF, not Army, not National Guard. Gear different. Is this the Division merch? What were they trying to tell me? April text in pencil. Ask the doctor about this. He warned me to talk about something else. Looked around the walls like he was warning me people were listening. Okay, warning me people. WM in the Division? Huh? Was her partner in the Division? Was her husband in the Division? Well,
Readings indicate an echo nearby.
Jess, I hope you got out while you could. I know you love germs, but this is a little much, even for you. If the world ever gets back to normal, I hope you find this and know that I didn't suffer. I don't want you wondering. I'll be thinking of you, thinking about the place we spent our first night in the city together. I can't think of any place I'd rather be. I love you. Always.
well, let's look for her. Happy end? Place your bets now. Happy end or sad end? And then we'll get back into some action, because, yeah, the Division
All
storyline
units be advised. Riker's selling arms near the underpass on East 26th and FDR.
Is this everything?
The Division is fun. Combining the story well enough with some shooting. Let's do this mission while we're in the area.
JTF reinforcements requested. Warning, incoming hostiles. Warning, hostile forces approaching. Warning, explosive device detected. Warning, hostile forces approaching.
Okay, they're
Warning,
coming from
explosive
behind
device
us.
detected.
Yeah, not the best cover. Okay, I'm guessing we're gonna get
Warning,
at least
hostile
another
forces
wave.
approaching.
Where from?
Alert,
I'm back here.
explosive device detected.
We have another shotgun user. And they're behind us as well. That sucks. And there's a sniper up there. Let's put him up there. Okay. The way they've changed position, like, I'm fine with it. Okay. We finished the mission, so we'll find out.
Thanks for that one. They just never learn, do they?
Okay, and one more here. Okay, let's continue to the mission. see if we can finish this up. The JTF will take care of the enemies behind us. So there's no need to stay around anymore. It really feels like we're doing justice around the city. Even though you're just some sort of vigilante. I think we don't go over the bridge.
Anytime, anywhere.
Look at this city. Look how great this looks. Though, can you imagine repopulating such a city? Like after such an event? How would that be?
From the first time I put on a uniform, I knew I was on the path to become the man I was destined to be. I knew I had accepted a burden that was going to last a lifetime. And even when I left our country's military behind, my obligation for service remained. That obligation is one I and all the men and women of the Last Man Battalion take seriously. We will get the job done. We will serve with honor and dignity, and we will, if necessary, fight to the very last man. Because that is who we are and what we do. The Last Man Battalion. Security you can count on.
Okay, so that's what LMB stands for, Last Man Battalion. And here we found her wife playing the piano. I think I prefer the other one. Well, good for her. I'm happy that she's alive and well. Let's go back to our base of operation first, or...
Damn, this gear's shit hot. You get trained in all this before everything hits?
Or shall we go... Let's open the base first, and then we'll go back to the base of operation. I feel like we're closer from this point than from the other areas, so let's win some time over here. Actually, you know what? Let me put a cut in here and I'll see you guys in a second. And we're back in the base of operations, so let's check our supplies and see what we can use them for. A dark zone, more XP from killing. You know what, maybe I'll wait 1,000 to get the barracks there. Ooh, seems like we got some really good pads. Though I think I've added health on these ones, right? Is it the armor on this one is so much higher? We're gonna lose on some health, but this is such a major upgrade with the skill power that, yeah, it's not worth keeping this. And what will I put? More electronics or some firepower? Let's put more electronics. Nice. Let's check also on this shop. As I said, I don't think there's anything that I want. Oh no! They've added some new stuff. So a jacket, I will buy it. I won't equip it, but I will buy this. Just to complete my collection. And then we'll check the security room. Let's see, give me a good weapon. An assault rifle that would be like really strong. Apparently we have only this one, but don't really want it. Though if in comparison has more RPMs. Requires a bunch of strength here. When no skills are on cooldown, your weapon damage is increased by 10%. Every kill performed while your signature skill is active reduces the cooldown of your other skills by 10. Yeah, that is not necessarily great. But you know what? Let's try a different weapon out.
Hey, come.
I still want to check the other vendors as well, so we'll decide afterwards if we're gonna keep them or not.
At least the LMB's not actively trying to get to Queens.
Yep. Let's get the generators.
Yep. This should do nicely. Good work, Agent.
Thank you. I'll get the field engineer next. And then I'll pick up the SATCOMs.
Not bad. This new gear could really make a difference. Nice job.
So let's check things out around the base. Talk to Power Roads first? Sure.
I've been putting it together. You did real good, hooking stuff up. It almost gives a guy like me hope again.
Well, that's a goddamn miracle.
Said almost, Agent Lau. It's what you found while you were out there is keeping me up at night. Looks like I ain't paranoid after all. I'm just right. I mean, here you got the smartest, most powerful, most weaponized agents in the world, and still, somebody goes off the rails.
Yeah, well, they're not gonna win. No matter what you might believe.
Oh, you think I'm not on your side, Agent? You think I'm just a cynic who doesn't give a shit? I'm a goddamn patriot. That's why this shit upsets me. You know why democracy works? It's a balance. We don't just got rights, we got responsibilities, too. People don't realize just how fucking precious this shit is. Jury duty, voting. We can all get away from you in a second. You don't do your bit. Nobody gets a free lunch. Hell, this country is set up so that nobody can go run things by themselves. Balance of powers. And then some asshole decides to create the division. It breaks everything. All of the power, none of the accountability. It's the opposite of everything this country stands for. Of course it didn't work. So now, what do we got left? Good intentions.
Hey, and us. All of us. And I've got a hell of a lot more than good intentions. We're gonna do this. And we're gonna do it the right way.
I want that to be true, Agent. I do. But I don't see what makes you different from the rest. I just hope for all our sakes that you are.
Okay. So that's pretty much it.
Damn, this is a good one. Field team for emergency infrastructure repairs. We needed that, bad. Generators. I love me some generators. Gonna make this place more stable. Give us some extra power. Thanks, Agent.
No more...
Get to work.
No more alarms set up, no more red lights. Yeah, really do love how this changes.
Good one, Agent. The SATCOMs will let us receive data from around the world. Finally get the bigger picture.
So as you're setting everything up in all of these areas, you can see that stuff is moving around here. Like, people are starting to redecorate.
Thank God someone finally...
Some areas, like you can see here, things have been cleaned up. There's still a bit more work to do, but now the people's spirits have gone up. They made a memorial. They're redecorating these areas as well. There's some music, there's some kids at a table, they're eating. And then you've created like a bit of a barracks, a bit of a place to sleep. Watching some old movies, you know? Some rest and recovery, basically. But this is why I love this game. It's really, it changes as you are progressing through the game. It makes you feel like you've made a difference. But those, you know, it's just a game. So let's try this weapon on for size. Accuracy and stability. A bit more range instead of accuracy, sure, we'll do that. On the muzzle, accuracy, stability, I guess I'll go with accuracy on this one. Optimal range and reload speed, yeah, I think I do like that. And this magazine. And with that in mind...
God
Let's see, where was it? Here.
Oh my God, you are the best. Taking this neighborhood back for all of us, humans and dogs. It's just... When you get back here, I've got a little thank you present for you.
Okay.
Wow. Taking out Trigger Mike and getting those Rikers away from the supply drop? We'll remember you around here.
Okay. So now we're heading north to the next safe house. Where I died along the way, actually. As I was trying to unlock it, I got too cocky. I sprinted through a bunch of last man battalion.
Exiting the safe area.
And I got ambushed, basically. There were a bunch of LMB troops behind me. There were a few in front, like I tried to take cover and quickly heal up, but they really sprayed and prayed. And they took me down so much quick. That's why I am recharging right now. You can see there that the signature move, that skill in the middle, is recharging. Let's try this weapon out. Oh, this feels good. Getting back to full auto after all this time with a good damage of 3000. And it's starting to get dark. Mercy drop. This is pretty close to us. And you know what? If we're gonna do some of these, it's going to help us. Because we need, what,
Calling all Murray Hill
400
units.
more
We're
points
expecting
to
a mercy
fully
drop
upgrade?
on the courts at East 36th and 2nd. Could use a few extra hands with this one. LMB spotted near the drop zone.
Right. But basically, if you get an extra 400 points
This is Sparrow 6. ETA
in
your
the
position is under
electronics,
1 minute.
then we will be able to get the full upgraded turret. As you can see, their damage is quite high. If you leave yourself exposed, I need to get some upgrades on the armor. Oh, not that one.
Glad you're not shooting at us. Gonna take the shot.
Now I'm getting a bit stressed out about this whole situation.
Warning, hostile forces approaching.
Shit! Landing at targets, people!
Yeah, at the end of the day, these guys are better equipped than the rest. These are like full-grade military. Oh yeah, and they do have like their grenadiers, it's like they're using grenade launchers.
Warning, hostile forces approaching.
Good.
Come get some.
Warning, hostile forces approaching.
Okay, even more. Let's go down the turret.
Gonna take the shot.
As I said, now it's gonna start getting really difficult. I've got that recovery link, so this is the last chance basically. If I don't take them out, I'm dead. Let's throw out the turret.
This is Sparrow 6, over. We are on site and have your back.
Come on! That line of sight. Whew! Now that was difficult.
Good to know that I can always count on you.
God damn.
And so as we're getting closer to this safe house, like you can look forward to the episodes from tomorrow onwards, because we're jumping in a few more difficult missions. Maybe we'll go back to home base at the beginning of the next episode just to craft some more equipment, because the amount of damage that we're taking right now, it's high enough to where I feel like we're behind the armor level. Maybe get a bit more health as well, because as I said, armor mitigates damage, but it doesn't really, at least in this game, mitigates damage, but it doesn't
Listen up,
offer
Agent.
life.
You've got 3 objectives, and none of them are easy.
1, shut down their comms relay. 2, knock out their tactical center.
And 3, take control of the on-site armory, because I need those guns for my people. Now go to it.
Yeah, that's basically the mission nearby, which we're going to do in the future, but for now, we just found a new safe house, and we're gonna put a cut in here. This one is in the cinema. So I hope you have enjoyed today's episode, even though it was on a slightly more slower side. And until tomorrow, I wish you all to have a wonderful day.